Hi, I'm Tony Fleming. Welcome to Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, just pulled the hanging tag off of another great car that came here to us. One of the cool things about this is actually we got this from the original owner. He was retiring, selling all of his stuff and moving into a smaller place and kind of downsizing. And it's an original mileage car, and one of the reasons it has a lot of neat things about being low mileage is the fact that for 10 years he was out of the country, he was in the military. 10 years he was and this was in storage. So as we walk around, you'll see some original stuff, some restored stuff, and then we have some really neat documentation that comes with it too, like the original bill of sale, kind of a breakdown of the window sticker, and all those things is when you order the car brand new. So you can take a walk around. One of the things that a lot of people didn't know, there was no 72 GTO convertible. So the 73 model was coming out. It was a very different car, and it was actually delayed at the plant. So what they did was, for a small amount of money, right around the $60 mark, is they actually offered a GTO front end on these Le Mans convertibles for like I said, just around 60 bucks, and you got all of this cool stuff. So you got the fenders, you got the cool hood, you got the Endura front bumper, and it just literally, I mean, changes the whole look of the car from a regular Le Mans, and this car was ordered that way. This was also ordered with the 400, which makes it really rare because very few people at this time, because there was a gas crunch coming, really ordered the big motored cars. And this is just when like the Pinto was launched, the Vega was launched, and that's when Toyota and Honda became so big during this time. So to find a high horsepower car, and this car not only has high horsepower, but it also has an enormous amount of options too. For instance, like power windows, air conditioning. We have the original AM/FM stereo, the little upgraded stereo that we can put in the glove box for you if you'd like. The rally gauge cluster with the factory tack and gauges, got that too. We talked about the GTO front end. I want to also run down some of the options with you. Unfortunately, A, I'm not very smart, and B, kind of a knucklehead. I can't remember all the features of every car ever built ever, and this car has a lot of options. So that's why I wanted to read it off for you. The upgraded wheels and tires, the Rally 1s with the white letter radials. This has the Rally dash with the factory tack and full gauges. We talked about the GTO front end on the car already. Power disc brakes and power steering. Power top, buckets and console, power windows, air conditioning. If I'm repeating myself, it's just one of those things that you get excited about cars. This is just a cool looking car, and I love the colors of it too. But I'll tell you what, why don't we take a peek under the hood for a minute, and we can see where the 400 is nestled, and you kind of check some of the detail there also. All right, so this is the matching numbers 400 that came from the factory installed in this car. It's got the original turbo 400 in it. It's got the factory rear with positive traction. They called safety track for Pontiac. Air conditioning compressor. This is kind of an interesting piece right here. Like, I don't really know what this is. It's not a factory piece, but I think, and I forgot to ask him about it, he probably installed this just to keep oil from slinging on the hood. So, because we have a lot of original sheet metal and things like that in the car. The car hasn't been in an accident. It's just a nicely taken care of vehicle. And it sounds great and drives great. You know, these cars really ride nice. Let's take a peek inside, because I love the white bucket interior and the cool dash. This is kind of a cool thing, because this is all original. You know, when I say all original, like, some people will minimize that as like, well, no big deal, it's cool that it's original. But think about this. This car here is, you know, approaching the 40-year mark. It's 40 years old. Like, think about, like, what have you held on to for 40 years? I just think that's kind of cool, man. That one guy bought this car new and kept it forever. And now, you know, this is not really like a used car dealership where you're coming to buy a car. This is a place like where we transfer the great fun and coolness of owning one of these cars and the passion. You know, the next guy gets to enjoy this car. He's lived it, he's enjoyed it, and now it's up to you to carry the torch for a little bit and take care of it also. So anyway, a couple cool features we talked about, things like power windows, you know, and these were all very expensive options. You know, keep in mind, air conditioning was over 10% of the price of the car. Can you imagine in today's world where the average price of a new car is, say, $40,000, Can you imagine paying $4,000 for air conditioning? Of course not. So that's why so few people ordered air conditioning. Another thing, the car sounds great. I'm going to start it for you. It has a great sounding dual exhaust with a 400 in it. Let me go ahead and crank it up for you. Tachometer works, gauges all work, headlights work. Justin forgot to tell me to put the parking lights on, which I want to make sure stays in the video because he knows the punishment for that. And now he's going to get that on video, and that's the punishment. Let's take a peek in the trunk. Got some nice detail in there still. Kind of cool. This is an original jacking sticker, which I thought was nice. At least that's what I'm told. Nice weather strips. It's just a really nice car. Carpeted trunk. It's got a spare, jack, things like that. Still detailed back here. You know, anytime you can buy a low mileage, one owner car, that's pretty cool. When you can buy a low mileage, one owner car that has an enormous amount of options, it's matching numbers, it's documented, and on top of it, it's cool looking. It's even a greater buy. So if you get a chance and you can really afford something like this, it's not expensive, and it's just a great, great car for a lot of fun for not a lot of money. Call us. We're Fleming's Ultimate Garage. You can reach us at 301-816-1000, and we'll tell you all about it.